Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It is time for a Q&A. I've done a couple before, but it's been years, so we're bringing it back. I asked for questions a while ago, but now we're here in Vermont. We just wrapped up the GMC, and we're just going to sit down, and I'm going to answer some questions with my cameraman and editor, Dustin.
What's up, y'all?
Enjoy.
I'm on that side of the camera. Are you looking at the lens when you're talking to the people? Right in the heart. Okay.
Yes.
Very weird. I'm gonna make it work.
It is weird.
Okay. So I'm gonna read the questions.
Yes.
And you'll answer.
Okay.
So when they call your name on the first tee, should I ask the name of the person?
Sure.
Nathan T_Oss. Okay. When they call your name on the first tee, do you want them to say from Germany or from Massachusetts?
I always actually prefer Germany because that's where I'm from. It makes perfect sense, but the way the PDGA works, it lists where you're living currently, so that's what the Germans go by. So more often than not, they say Massachusetts, where I'm not from, but that's where I live. But it's okay.
What about Canada?
I am not from Canada, but I am Canadian, more than American, so there's that.
So they might as well just say all three.
That would be ideal.
There you go. Okay, next question. Ethan Allen 28. Also for Dustin. What do you use to edit the videos? Been trying to get away from Adobe. I hear ya. Adobe has a plethora of issues. I still use Adobe Premiere, but I would say if I have the ability to learn DaVinci Resolve, that would be a really great transition to go to. I love their color suite.
I use iMovie.
Amateur.
That's right.
Okay, Kim Vonka. Why are you not throwing the Tesla anymore?
Oh. Well, couple reasons. I struggled to find Teslas that I really loved just by the hand feel. I had this really one-off run in my bag that was like an older run. It was almost like a milky Proton. Just like not really a plastic you find in a standard stock run, and that disc was my money disc for a while, but there's something really tough about throwing these off-run discs because they're just so hard to replace, and as a pro you really always want second options and replacements pretty easily.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason. I obviously loved the Tesla for 2 years, but finding a good Volt seemed way easier. And actually I just have the new Aspect in the bag now, which kind of kicked out the Volt. Yeah. And that will be coming soon, which is, the Aspect is kind of between Tesla and Fireball, so just a bit more overstable, a bit more wind and power resistant. So that's kind of the reason I moved away from the Tesla. It flipped on me a couple too many times.
Yeah, we've been carrying a Volt all of GMC, and I don't think you threw it once. I think you threw the Aspect every time that you would have thrown the Volt. So
yeah, this event was a lot about testing the new bokeh and the new Aspect, and we had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you went to them not because you felt like you wanted to test it, though. I think you went to it because it was actually the right disc for the shot also.
Yeah.
And shout out Bokeh Ace.
That was sick. Oh my gosh.
That was sick. All right. Kush Streams. What is your favorite course in Mass that isn't Mile Marker or Maple Hill?
That's a really tough one. I suck at picking favorites. I always think that everything is special and unique for what it is. But if I had to choose one, this course has only been in the ground for a handful of years maybe, the Meadowbrook Orchards. They've done a phenomenal job on turning a farm into a little disc golf paradise with half woods, half open, kind of apple tree style disc golf. And yeah, you can really tell when you get there that they've put a lot of thought and effort continuously into that property. And
Yeah.
It's a fun place to play disc golf.
Meadowbrook is really awesome. I think New England Disc Golf Center is also a really awesome course.
Yeah. I haven't been there
also in
enough to really know
Massachusetts.
it that well, but there's, I think, 3 different courses, maybe 2?
I think there's 2.
2.
Yeah. I haven't played the other one. I've only played the bigger one. So, really cool track.
I've only played it in winter conditions, and it's hard to love a course.
That's true. I've also only played it in winter conditions.
Yeah.
Okay. Hammer DG. Do you want to come back to Discmania?
It's a good question. Of course, I think about Discmania basically on a daily basis. I miss a lot there, from the co-workers to the team vibes and the family feel that I had. Right now, I am still very happy at MVP, and I wish Discmania all the best and success possible. They have the #1 player in the world now, and yeah, I hope they kill it. That's really been my main thing. The day I left, I was like, I hope they keep crushing it, because I love that company. But I'm happy where I'm at
Yeah.
for now.
Cool. Next question. D. Ambus Life. What is your biggest achievement this year on and off the course?
What is my biggest achievement?
Big question.
Yeah. I would say probably this YouTube project. I can't really
That's
think.
the first thing that came to my mind too.
I can't really think of something that was like bigger and more intense and more time consuming. So most of the year I was talking right to this lens and trying to show how fun and different this lifestyle is, and what a tournament round is like, what off the course is like. So yeah, this was a grind. Dustin was in it for every moment.
Yeah.
And I think you can agree that a lot of special things happened this year.
Yeah, I mean, when you came to me with this project idea, the first thought in my mind was, wow, this sounds like a lot of work. Do you realize what you're actually asking? And
I don't think I did.
I don't think he really did. And I think that overall, like, it was just a very, very big idea, and to pull it off, even to the extent that we did, is an incredible achievement. So I think we did pretty good. I think we've been liking the videos that we've been making, and overall, we're looking forward to finishing the season with slightly less work ahead of us. So
3 more weeks, baby.
3 more weeks. Meek-tastic, what's your favorite book to read?
Ooh.
Sorry, wait. What's your favorite book to read to your kids?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Little Blue Truck. They have probably like 15 different books. I don't really know the number. Could be more, could be less, but they're just very cute, well written, and definitely a kid's favorite. You'll learn.
I'm not there yet, but I'll remember it. Ooh, Dustin.OKState. Question for Dustin. Is Simon as nice behind the camera as he seems in front of the camera?
Oh gosh. Depends on my throws.
I would say yes. You know, you're pretty much getting authentic Simon in front and behind the camera, and I think that's why we all love him. You know, he just is as, you know, normal of a guy, and just showing what life is like, and doesn't really change much in front or behind the camera. When he's playing better, life is better. When he doesn't understand why his throws are coming out not the way that he wants, you know, not quite as nice. But that's okay. Aren't we all?
Wait till the outtake video drops.
Okay. Eliasperters. Okay. We'll add inserts for names here. Simon, do you have any advice on how to start competing in bigger tournaments? Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, you can definitely weigh in on that, because I've been doing it my whole life, so I probably don't even have the best advice. I don't honestly even know what the criteria is nowadays to qualify for a pro tour or major. It's just kind of been part of my life for 15 years now, and I honestly had, thankfully, never really think about how to qualify for them. But I think there's some sort of Q series, right? That's been a thing for a handful of years, and as far as I know, signing up for B tiers and A tiers in your local area is basically open for anyone, and that's a good place to start.
That's what I would recommend as well. Just start, acting like a professional, working on your game, not just going out and scoring rounds every time and just like working on shots, trying to get better and make sure you're putting all the time, and then start signing up for local events. Even local C tiers, just start getting experience competing against other players that are of your caliber and better, and just and then start thinking about maybe traveling some more and doing some bigger events for that.
Yeah, I think sign up for the PDGA. That's probably step one.
If you haven't, yeah.
And then just start. I mean, you obviously need to have the skills to sign up for anything that's bigger than an A tier, but start dominating your local scene. If you are consistently winning local tournaments on any level, weeklies, monthlies, A tiers, B tiers, C tiers, your name will kind of automatically get out there. And the disc golf community is still at a size where kind of everyone knows kind of everything a bit, even about some local players. Like, we've heard of a lot of up-and-comers and youngsters out there, so that's the way.
Also, just have fun. Don't need to be super critical of everything, I think.
Like
Well, when you start getting expectations like Simon, then things start just getting like crazy, I think. But yeah, just keep it fun, keep it simple, and don't worry about the little things.
Be really good at disc golf.
Yeah, I mean that's really helpful as well.
The sun's looking good right now.
The sun is peaking. Make sure we're still looking good with the light as it starts going down. I am Jindra. Deep question. Long time, no see, no win, or top three. What you miss in your game?
Wow, fair question. I had 2 top 3s this year. At least 2. I got 2 second places where I could have and almost did win. And I mean, those basically could have swung another way as well. Like, winning and not winning are often just inches apart, or one throw, one moment apart of each other's. And so far this season, it just hasn't been my moment. I mean, in my entire career, I haven't really been one to string together wins.
Yeah.
My 2022 season was definitely, obviously, my best on the course, and kind of stands out as the year of my career, I'd say, with the 4 DGPT wins that year. And what am I missing? God, I mean, I knew that this video project and YouTube would obviously occupy a lot of time and mental energy. And I mean, trying to be really good and productive at many things at the same time can be very challenging, especially where the level is at right now with, I mean, so many young players, good players showing up on tour. And like, if you're anything if you're even a little bit from just perfect, it feels like some weeks, you're just not in it. And I haven't been perfect, not even close most of the weeks. And that's just the story we have on tour right now. It's just getting younger and better.
Yeah. I think a theme that that came across this year was the events where you had less on your plate for the week leading up to the event. You were able to kind of get out and just have a very casual practice round and kind of try different shots and kind of really come up with a solid game plan where the weeks that you seem to do the best. So, maybe it's just a matter of saying yes to too many things is what's missing.
Yeah, and also I have 2 little kids at home, so after every event I fly home and I'm just a full-time dad, getting stuff done at the house, taking care of the kids and family. So I honestly, really in the off weeks, I don't really practice, almost ever. And talent can, of course, take you so far in sports, and in the past it's been okay to just not really practice and just kind of let your skills take over. But it's getting harder and harder every year. We've said it many times, and it's just true. Like the scores some of these players put up, I'm just looking at the scorecard being like, how do you do that? But these guys just are relentless on the practice field. They just play every day. And like any sport or any skill in the world, if you do it every day, you're just going to be so much better at it than if you skip a week every other week. And I think that's probably a main factor. No excuses, of course, but hopefully as the kids grow up, I can find a little more time and maybe focus my priorities back to tournament performances, which for at least a couple of reasons this year, obviously. I want to do well, but I wouldn't really say it's my number one priority to
Yeah, you were
play
splitting
disc golf.
you were splitting your focus a lot this year. You know, like when you're going back home, you're not really practicing too much. Like you've mentioned a few times where you just don't even touch a disc in the off week, and you know it's just hard to compete at the top level when you're not doing it every day. I think we could all agree to that. So
That's it.
TXN Shuts. How do you choose, find, acquire your shot of the day videos?
So you can email me at lizottediscgolf@gmail.com. That's also in the description under every video. And just email me your clip. And chances are we'll see it. And if it's cool, Dustin's a bit of a harsher critic. But we try to incorporate as much as we can. And thank you to everyone who has done that in the past, because we've never run out so far. So keep them coming.
Yeah. A few weeks left. Maybe we'll try to make as many videos as possible and incorporate as many shot of the days as we can.
Definitely one of my favorite segments.
Yeah, I think it's in some ways maybe one of the best segments that any disc golf YouTuber does. Like it just is a very different and fun thing to get the audience engagement. So I love it. Keep it coming. Nathan Morgan 9612. Dustin, was it what you thought it would be for the year? Yeah, mostly. You know, seeing players play, you know, like I've been filming professional disc golf for the last 5 years, so I'm always following the top few cards. So I think it is sometimes interesting by caddying for a single player over the course of the year. You know, he's not always playing at the top of the field, and kind of playing with different cards of people that are playing okay that event is always interesting, because you know, you see them not playing quite to the level that, you know, everyone knows that they can play, including themselves, and you know, and everyone's always their own worst critics, and you know, sometimes it can be tough to caddy on cards when people are just not having a good time. So I think that that may be one of the hardest parts about it. You know, the work aspect, obviously, it's a grind as well, and trying to keep things fresh and not burn out was obviously a challenge as well. But I think we've done a pretty good job, you know, being creative and mixing it up over the course of the year, and recognizing when it's time to maybe pivot and change things up. I think we've been pretty good at communicating and trying to make sure that we're on the same page with things.
I think, wow. I think it's a good point that all you ever see on Disc Golf Network or Jomez or any tournament coverage is the best of the best. The guys who are shooting great that week, or like your usual favorites, and they're just taking these courses apart. And sometimes it can almost look like these courses are easy or too easy in some ways, but the truth is that 90% of the field, damn, we are battling out there, fighting for every stroke, and it's not always what it seems like on YouTube. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to show as much as we could this year that these courses are not easy.
No, and everyone's human. You know, like even the best players in the world can have off weeks. So you always are seeing the best shots from the best players that week, and it's interesting to kind of follow some of those middle of the pack cards sometimes.
Yep.
All right, next question. Burb33. What's the next Simon line disc in development?
Wow. Perfect timing, because I'm currently working on the bokeh or bokeh. We still don't know how to say it. We know how to say it, but we don't know what's actually the coolest way to say it. Everyone says differently. Today, actually, a fan came up and said the bouquet.
Yeah, that one was interesting.
Which was awesome, because that's flowers, right?
Bouquet is
Bouquet.
flowers.
I think that's how he said it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a good disc name.
Yeah.
And then the aspect, of course, the new 9-speed. That's like a straighter fireball that's been working in the bag. I threw that a ton this weekend, and I've been really liking it.
I think that was MVP disc of the week.
I think so.
Yeah.
So those two will be dropping. The bokeh actually next week, and I'm not sure about the aspect. Might be a Gyropalooza drop later this winter. And after that, we'll see. I definitely want a throwing putter in the lineup, and maybe something between Hex and Detour, like a nice little drifty, slightly understable but workable mid-range that will work really nicely next to the balance.
How many hours are spent filming and editing to make an average vlog on tour?
I think that's for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it varies depending on the vlog and how much stuff we're doing that week. The warm-up videos are always way more intricate, way more going on, few extra days involved, and I mean, on average, I'm probably filming. I mean, there might be filming all day, but only parts of the day. So it's really a tough question. I would say averaging probably 6 hours to 8 hours a day in the warm-up videos, and maybe like 4 to 6 on the event days. And editing warm-up videos are probably close to like 6 to 10 hours, and then and the event videos are probably more like 6 hours or so. Not easy. So when we're doing the daily releases, it's up to like 1-2 a.m. every day editing, and it was every day. So it definitely started to take its toll on me. And, it's always also a toll on Simon. Like we finish a video, he wraps it up with the outro, and then the next day he turns around and intros another video, and it feels like there's no end in sight. And I think that's just how you start burning out real quick. So, Matty Gunn, if you have a long death putt for third place, but if you have a long death putt for third place, but if you go OB, you will tie for fifth, are you running it? Easy question.
Yes.
Of course. That's of course. Simon, he doesn't lay up for anything for OB, anything for bogey.
I've just learned too many times in a painful way that laying up is not worth it.
There's been several times over the course of the year where there was like 100-foot death putt, and it was for a par save for some reason, and there's just not a chance he's laying that up for bogey. There's no bogey layups in Simon's game.
No, I here. Sometimes when I'm out there, I'm literally thinking in my mind, am I being paid to lay this up? The answer is always no. So send it.
Sometimes it gets you in more trouble than it's worth, but
sure,
you can't argue with the effort.
Yeah.
Why do you not throw your forehand more often? I think it's so good.
Oh, I think Dustin has good takes on this too. Well, yeah, I agree. My forehand often outperforms what I give it credit for or expect it to, especially in tournament play. I'd say it's mostly pain. if I throw too many forehands, I get like a weird pain in my like front forearm here. And sometimes I even get like pain in my groin region from too many forehands. And I've just learned over the years that being in pain during a tournament round is just never worth it. I'd rather try to throw a trickier backhand shot, even when I know it's actually a forehand, and conserve my body or just play pain-free. Because, I mean, we all know that when something hurts, everything just loses joy. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I think your forehand is also very good, and I think that the power forehands, you keep it to a minimum, but I think some of those touchier technical forehands are, you seem afraid of them sometimes, and I think that it's very serviceable, and you kind of force a kind of a weird, awkward stepping out kind of awkward turnover backhand, where at times, like, I think it's just such an obvious forehand, but I'm more of a forehand dominant player, so it just feels really weird to see someone force a backhand like that. But, that's a lot of, just like everyone's game is different, so he's comfortable in weird, awkward positions and forcing his body to throw shots like that. So I think there's a time and place for everything, and, everyone's going to have their strengths and weaknesses. So you kind of rely on the things that you really trust when it really matters. So I think it comes down to that more than anything.
Yeah, also style is an important thing in disc golf, in my opinion. It's way more stylish and has more flair to pull off a perfectly panning backhand than just throwing an overstable disc on a boring forehand. Like, I don't know, I feel like
I think it's when
pulling off a stylish shot is way cooler than just...
Okay, I'm not arguing with that, but, when you have to, like, step out and it's, like, it's clearly a lean-out forehand kind of shot, it seems like... But
I know most players disagree with me, but I like the flair points.
There you go. You get one gas station snack and one drink. What are you grabbing? Oof. The Mika Hicks coming in with a nice question here.
What is the most normal snack to grab for me? Candy?
It might have to be something sweet.
And I usually just grab a water. I've been really lucky in life that I've never really been into soda. So I can just easily grab a water and be happy with that.
He likes his sugary bogey treats, he calls them. So if he gets a bogey,
candy.
Bogey candy. There you go. What is the most important thing that someone new to disc golf should keep in mind? I like this question. Brand new player.
Too many discs in your bag, no good. Keep it simple.
Yeah. And
have your discs you love, like a nice putter you like throwing.
Slower discs too.
And mid-ranges, fairway drivers. Like, I think it is so tempting to go buy all these high-speed discs and all these different things to try. And it is fun. I totally get it and see it, but I think a good disc golf game needs like 5 discs. So keep it simple.
And get really good with those like sub 150 foot shots and putting. The things that you're going to be doing on every hole, not just the drives.
Yeah.
For Dustin, do you get any downtime between filming and editing during events? A little bit.
After Minnesota, yes.
Since we've stopped the dailies, I've been able to hang out in the evenings a little bit more, and it's been nice to kind of enjoy the process. So.
He got addicted to 7 Wonders.
It's a great game. Yeah, now I play online all the time, so hit me up with your username if you want to play some 7 Wonders. Simon, what's your favorite and least favorite type of fan interaction?
Oh.
That's a tough question.
Depends on the situation and the scenario a bit. Like if I'm literally sitting down to sign discs, basically anything is free game, and that's the time to talk to me and get a signed disc or a photo. Like nothing's really off limit. If it's kind of random, like in an airport or in a public place or whatever it might be, I think my favorite is just someone coming up and saying, "Hey dude, huge fan," gives me a fist bump and moves on. That's just like, wow, that's really cool and really nice. People who know me know that I'm not really the most outgoing person. off camera, and I don't always really know what to say and how to say it when I'm like on a one-on-one, especially with someone who's like a fan of me and looking up to me in some ways. Like I always feel a bit awkward, and I've definitely had my fair share of just interactions where I'm just like, I don't know what to say or how to do this properly. Sometimes I wish I had better social skills, but no, generally speaking, anything normal is totally fine. Anything respectful and nice, which is 99% of all fan interactions, of course. You get your one-offs every now and then that get a bit too close in your space and kind of catch you off guard with some questions where you're just like scratching your head.
I think just from an outside perspective, when I see people come up to you pre-round asking for signatures or pictures or something like that, like while you're walking to your first tee, like before you tee for the round, like I think that is a little cringe for me.
It is.
And I think it's like wrong time, wrong mindset. But Simon's too nice of a guy to say no, so he'll do it anyways. And
I've said no a couple times. During the round is an absolute no.
Definitely not during the round,
unfortunately. And pre-round is, there's just a fine line.
Yeah.
Between us trying to like lock in and focus, and doing like a social interaction and signing a disc or taking a photo, it kind of can just throw that off.
Yeah. If you want him to play well, let him stay in the right mind space.
Yeah.
All right. Another question for me. What's Dustin's favorite thing to film throughout the season? Sun flares is a really good thing, but I think he's talking about like subject matter more than frames.
Yeah.
That's a really tough question. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, obviously, like all the trick shots and ace runs is like what you would probably imagine, I would say, but it's really kind of hard to film. It's never really a good spot to stand. Am I zooming in? Am I not zooming in? And you're just standing there holding the camera for much longer than you would imagine. And then editing and finding the right shots to show is also sometimes tricky. So maybe not my favorite thing to film, definitely fun content. But yeah, I mean, slow motion shots, creating cool slow-mo montages with my my long lens that's always been my favorite thing to shoot, probably. So that's probably it.
Anything cinematic, that's your jam.
Yeah, slow motion and yeah, cool colors. How long does it take to get used to a new set of discs? How many throws?
1 minute.
I think Simon's really good at figuring out a disc pretty much right away. If he throws a disc once, maybe twice, he pretty much knows how it's going to fly moving forward. So.
And if I don't, it's a good excuse.
I think it's like a testament to just having a very consistent throwing form. Like he's not really thinking about like, oh, did I throw it differently? It's just like he throws it the same, and then he throws it the same again, and he kind of just gets how it's supposed to fly after that point. Dustin, on this year's tour's vlogs, how much input does Simon give you on the editing? I would say not much. Like after the first couple, he's given me pretty much a lot of creative freedom, which I really appreciate. He'll always watch it before we release and get whether or not there's anything that I missed or there's something that just shouldn't be there or something that he disagrees with. And there'll be times where we'll re-export the video and re-upload it just because, can't quite say that on the vlog. Family-friendly vlog over here. So, but overall, pretty much not too much input while editing. So, I can definitely appreciate that. What's your favorite? All right, last question. Okay. What's your favorite part of disc golf? From Sawyer Disc Golf.
Oh. Wow, what a good wrap-up question.
Yeah, that's why I thought it made sense to finish here.
My favorite part. There's so many good ones.
How about one of your favorite parts?
One of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
I guess, watching an ace, it has to be up there. Like, the second it leaves the hands, sometimes you can just tell right off the bat, and you just kind of watch like perfection, like right in front of you, exactly how you imagined it, and just seeing it from hundreds of feet away hit the chains, the slightly delayed sound of the cling, and it drop into the basket. That's a great feeling.
Yeah, I mean, no arguing there. I think to that same point, you know, if you visualize a line, like a shape of the disc to fly through like a wooded tunnel, and then you just like execute that, like that feeling is like indescribable. It's kind of hard to like just not completely fall in love with that feeling. But really besides that, I mean, the community aspect is an obvious point as well. You know, like every week, every other week, we're in a whole nother part of the country, part of the world, and to be surrounded by the same people, the same faces, and just like it's like a traveling circus. You know, like your friends are always going to be the same place that you are, and it's just experiencing life with a whole big group of family like that. You know, it's I think that's really cool.
Sweet.
All right, cool. And want to outro?
We're good. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for your questions. First of all, of course, I think we had a fun time answering, and another Q&A in the books. The next one in 2 years, maybe.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's the first time that I think I've just sat here and looked at this lens. So
now you can edit yourself. It's gonna feel great.
This is gonna be awful.
Well, yeah. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe as always. And we are at my house next week for the MVP Open. So we've been looking forward to that all year, of course. And we'll throw in a shot of the day.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in Massachusetts. Peace.
Peace.
Get it! That's more what I was wanting to do.
Woo! You got it again?